Deep in the countryside lay Black Hollow Lake, a dark and silent expanse of water, surrounded by twisted trees. No birds sang there, and even the wind seemed to avoid it. The locals claimed it was cursed, but nobody dared to explain why. Four friends, Arjun, Priya, Vikram, and Meera, decided to camp by the lake to prove the legends wrong. They pitched their tents under the starlit sky and laughed at the superstitions. As they sat around the fire, Vikram asked, "Do you know the story of Black Hollow Lake?" Priya rolled her eyes. "Here we go." Vikram grinned. "They say a woman named Amara drowned here centuries ago. She was accused of witchcraft and chased into the lake by villagers. Before she died, she cursed this place, vowing no one would leave alive if they disturbed her peace." Meera shivered. "Thanks for the bedtime story, Vikram." But their laughter faded as a cold wind swept through the campsite, extinguishing the fire. The night grew darker, and an unnatural silence engulfed them. "What was that?" Arjun whispered, his flashlight trembling in his hand. From the lake's edge, ripples formed on the water's surface, though there was no breeze. A soft, melodic humming drifted through the air, faint but haunting. "Someone's out there," Priya said, her voice barely audible. The humming grew louder, closer. A figure began to emerge from the water, a woman with pale, waterlogged skin, her long black hair clinging to her face. Her eyes glowed an eerie green as she stared at them, unblinking. "Leave," her voice echoed, both a whisper and a roar. The group froze, terror rooting them in place. The woman's gaze turned to Arjun, and suddenly, he dropped to his knees, clutching his throat. "I can't breathe," he choked. "Run!" Priya screamed, grabbing Meera's arm. They sprinted into the forest, leaving their belongings behind. But no matter how far they ran, the humming followed them, surrounding them like a ghostly chorus. Vikram tripped over a root and fell. Before the others could help him, the woman appeared again, her soaked dress dripping onto the forest floor. She extended a bony hand toward him, and he began to scream. Priya and Meera didn't look back. They burst out of the forest, reaching the main road just as dawn broke. Exhausted and terrified, they flagged down a passing truck and escaped. When they returned with the police later that day, there was no sign of Arjun or Vikram, only their torn tents by the lake. The villagers warned them, "Amara's curse is real. Once you see her, she never lets you go." That night, back in their homes, Priya and Meera heard the humming again, faint but unmistakable. It was coming from inside their rooms. The curse of Black Hollow Lake had followed them, and it wasn't finished yet.